Now, many people might not know this, but I know this because we bros. Man, you got one of the most amazing, liberating stories that I've heard. You know, you spent some time in prison, incarcerated. You came out, gained your life back, you gained a life that you never had before, and now you getting married, you got a family, and everything else going on, man. How do you give hope to others in spite of being in that position? What called you out, and what did you do to make sure that you maintain that ladder to success?
Yeah, so I do have a strong story. I did do time, and it was tough. It was tough. I made my bed hard, but I've always had a positive outlook and wanting to do better for myself. I didn't want to be a statistic anymore. So in order to change that, it's up to me to change that, right? We always say before we can have before we can have reform, we need cultural reform. We need individual reform. So reform always started with me first. Now, I used to combat and fight, and when people say, well, you're just an anomaly story. You're just an exception to the rule. For a while, I fought that, and I didn't want to be labeled as that, but now I actually embrace it. And that's the point, right? We want to be different from the crowd. In order to do that, we have to change ourselves. And by doing that, you put God first, which is faith, create and learn skills for yourself, whether you want to become an entrepreneur, which is another pillar of Lexit, entrepreneurship. And by then you can maybe be a light and an example and encourage and inspire other people to do the same.